And so we have now made it to the business end of the season. The Champions League knockouts begin today. And folks, just so you're aware, if we do lose at any point during the Champions League knockout rounds, the series will begin drawing to a close. Hello and welcome back to Unemployed to Legends Club 4, episode 21 with Liverpool. My name is Craig and coming up on today's episode is both legs of the Champions League round of 16, away and home against German side VfL Wolfsburg. Now, since you were last with me, we've done a lot of games. I think the last time I was with you was all the way back in early December. All the Premier League games and the remaining Champions League phase matches have been completed. I say Premier League's not quite finished yet. We've got about 9 games to go. We are currently in a 3-way title race, actually with 10 games to go. Arsenal are the ones who have got 9 left. So it is all very much to play for. The form overall has been actually very good, unless you count that loss to Sheffield United, which kind of puzzled me, but nevertheless we beat Newcastle 4-0 at home, which was very pleasing. And we are still in the FA Cup into the quarterfinals, which is against Chelsea. I'm only going to show an FA Cup match if we get to the final, just so you know. No Carabao Cup at least to worry about for pretty much the majority of this season. We were knocked out of it early. The league phase, we did finish in the top 8, which is why we are straight into the round of 16. We finished 3rd. Amazingly, West Ham finished 1st. West Ham better than Real Madrid confirmed. So, Wolfsburg, they were drawn out of the hat with us. The first leg is away from home. And this is actually a team who, they were second in the Bundesliga. They're now 3rd. But then they're still a long way off Bayern Munich. Thankfully, we avoided Bayern Munich, but then we couldn't get them. They qualified as a seeded team for this round of the Champions League. So, the earliest we'll be facing Dortmund, assuming we make it through, will be the next round. Earliest. That's not a spoiler, by the way. The draw hasn't even been made yet. But also the January transfer window has come and gone. We only got in one player, and that was Luka Chazaveta, and I'm kind of wondering why we even bothered. He's an okay left back or even centre back, but I realised we didn't actually need him. I kind of agreed to bring him in before January because of course we lost Manuel Silva to injury, but quite frankly Nahil Diaz has actually been more than sufficient cover. Hence why he's only played 1 game, Chazaveta, and even then he came off the bench, and that's just because I wanted to at least give him 1 appearance for us. In fact, who was that even against? That was a while ago now, wasn't it? Oh wow, it was against Leeds on New Year's Day. That probably soured me on Chazaveta, considering we lost that game 1-0, that probably soured me a little bit on him. Otherwise, we lost a couple of youngsters, nobody else was coming in throughout the entire January. Because we have no money, the board completely took away all the remaining transfer money that I actually had, which was about £42 million. Yeah, we've got 7.8 million there now, but that was all from money that's come in from other clubs, because players that we sold previously have all hit like milestones, 50 league games, something like that. That's only happened since January, and we're still 270 million in debt. Yeah, okay, finances are still showing as okay, but the boards are clearly taking precautions and took all the money away. I had to lower the wage budget, which thankfully happened because the likes of Charles de Ketelaere and I think Louis Carlos both took pay losses. I think of about a combined £50,000 to £70,000 a week. So that does help us out. Also, critically, the club is not failing FFP. So, I mean, it doesn't matter too much. We're not going to be here next season anyway. So it's just about making sure long term for the club that they're not completely screwed up. Saying that, a Champions League run would do the club a world of good, and also for our hopes of actually achieving Champions League glory in what will be, again, our final season. So here's the 11 that we're going to send out for the first leg against Wolfsburg. It's Lotka in goal on his way home to Germany. Didn't we buy him from a German club? Yeah, Leverkusen, thought so. I don't think he's even capped by Germany, is he? Not even at youth level, goodness me. So Lotka in goal, back four, Amaral, Saravia, Borja and Siman Stengel at the base of the midfield with Lavia and Ferrer ahead of him. Sestari is injured, so he's going to miss the entire round. CDK in attacking midfield with Ronaldo and Tobar up front. Anderson Luiz, he's still fit. Why is he only fairly okay? in his morale. I need him to be a bit higher than that, so let's give him a bit of praise for his conduct. Yeah, let's raise his morale just a little bit. That will come in handy. But otherwise, he's tired. Luis Carlos has only just come back from injury himself. He was injured, he then came back, and then he got injured all over again, which is not helpful. So he's lacked a bit of game time recently. Right, we're on a good run. Let's continue that, shall we? In fact, as well as that, Luis Carlos did play against West Ham in the FA Cup in the last match just a few days before. So yeah, he's still going to be very, very tired. But it's a good thing he did play because we won after extra time, which is the only reason we're still in the FA Cup. But we're not on about the FA Cup this season. We are all about the Champions League. If I only win one trophy this season, I would love it to be the Champions League. Now, Wolfsburg trying to attack, but Amaral thankfully picks up on a mistake by the winger there. Well done by Lavia. Over the top to Ronaldo. Oh, hang on. I thought he hit the bar. I completely lost track of where the ball was. No, the goalkeeper had actually saved it. So Ronaldo just shoots straight into the goalkeeper. Fantastic. He has been in form, but I've noticed, looking at his form, he seems to pad his stats with hat-tricks against teams of all abilities, which is not quite what I'm looking from a lead striker. Oh, for goodness sake, Wolfsburg have just taken the lead. Bear in mind, the entire series could end with this one round. They have taken the lead, damn. So, Wolfsburg strike first blood. And I'm beginning to regret the fact that we didn't strengthen in the summer. And I was thinking, where would we even strengthen? And to be honest with you, it's probably a good thing we didn't, because well, unless we sold a significant number of players and got players off the wage bill. But that was the problem. Any players that I did want to get rid of, teams weren't biting because they were too expensive wages wise. Right, we are going to high press. I think that is the best thing for us to do. Try and win the ball back up the field. There you go. Tobar doing very well. I don't even know who actually won the ball there. I think it's Ferrer. Shiman plays it through to Ronaldo. Ronaldo misses again. Oh, I should mention as well, Charlie Ross is not playing because he's injured, but he should be back for the second leg. So the main thing right now is to keep it tight in this first leg. That's all we can really hope for, and just hope that Ronaldo actually bags a goal or two. I don't know how well that's going to go, I'm not going to lie. Right, that is a free kick. Oh! Okay, I'm not going to lie, I nearly missed that highlight. I was about to say free kick from CDK, and Lavia, I don't know how we scored that. I don't care. It's 1-1. So let's have a look at this. So Lavia with the header, and the keeper... Well, I'll tell you what, my keepers have made howlers like that in the past, and I've been absolutely raging. So it's only fair that the Wolfsburg manager is probably raging right about now going into half-time. It is 1-1 though, going into half-time. Whether it's deserved or not, I have no idea. Actually, it's more than deserved. Oh my god, that is deserved. 2.2 on the XG. You know what, it's the least that we deserved then. What a freak goal though by Lavia, but sometimes you just need that little bit of luck. You've all done well so far, make sure you get the win. Yeah, just go out there, get the win that you deserve. 2.2 on the XG, for goodness sake, we should be so far ahead of these guys. Now with German teams, it's a complete mix and match, and that does include Bayern Munich, but also Leverkusen, we've smashed out the park with Liverpool and Lons. Hertha Berlin, of course, we lost to them in the last episode. Wolfsburg, well, they're proving to be a little bit difficult as well, but we are out XGing them, and now I would like us to actually get our reward and actually score a lot of goals. Ronaldo just completely didn't bother getting that ball, didn't even bother jumping for it. Why am I bothering? He may play instead against Brighton at the weekend, and I'll probably hopefully bring Charlie Ross back for the next match. What is going on with the passing? Amaral is just not as good a left back as I was hoping. But Manuel Silva's still about 5 weeks away from coming back, and yeah, he just lost the ball. In fact, do you know what? Amaral's going to come off. Saravia is going to go to left back. And where is Becerra? Becerra's going to go on. Borja can just swap over with him. We'll have Saravia as a fullback instead. Not convinced at all by Amaral at the moment. CDK, where is Anderson Luiz? He is there. Ronaldo's just had a poor match, full stop. I think we need a bit of Anderson Luiz. Tobar is going to have to be the advanced forward. Not convinced by Ronaldo at all, unless he's an impact sub. If I was staying in the summer, Ronaldo would be one of the first names out the door, but well, that's not going to be the case now. Let's try and go attacking. Let's just see if we can force ourselves an equaliser. As we got ourselves a highlight, Bezerra's already on a yellow card. Joy. Right. Do not dawdle with the ball in our own third. Thank you very much. Drive, Shiman, drive. Plays it into Anderson Luiz. Tobar's in the middle, and that's 2-2. That is indeed onside. That's what we wanted. And Tobar is very effective for us this season. Beautiful stuff. That's the first time I played him as an advanced forward, and he's bagged himself a goal. Ronaldo sitting on the bench, hopefully, and thinking, I should have done that. I should have done that all game long. You've had your chance. You had 60 odd minutes. Tobar's done in less than 10 minutes what you couldn't do in over a half a match. Right, I know we're on attacking. We should just drop back to positive because, oh, well, blocked there by Stingel, who ironically is being pursued by Bayern Munich. Nice try. Oh, don't know what Tobar was trying to do there. He was trying to hold up the ball, but you may as well just held up by keeping hold of it. And now Wolfsburg are coming at us again. Our defence is just so suspect these days. I don't know what's going on with it. Just over the bar. Okay. Our defence is very suspect these days. Not particularly liking it. So Saravia is going to drop back to a support role. Where is it? There it is. I think you just saw that behind my head. He is also on a yellow card. So why is our defence? 3/4 of our defence is all on yellow cards. Right, I think we do have a few more substitutions. Yeah, we've got about 3 substitutions we can make. So Diaz can go as a fullback on the left. Shiman can go off for Alexander-Arnold. And for my final substitution, Lavia will go off for Samuel Ricky. In fact, Ferrer can just drop into that box-to-box role. Ricky can go as the central midfielder on attack. I've actually just realised my central midfielder is on attack. 2-2 at the moment. You know what? I could take this and we'll just take it back to Anfield. But we'll see how the last 5 minutes go. TAA just about gets that ball back. Diaz. CDK, Vicky, Tobar is not even tall enough, bless him, poor guy. I think he's literally only 6 feet tall, which in against a team of defenders is probably not the best thing. Ferrer, Tobar, oh, he's just been taken out there. Oh, what, is that not a free kick? Goodness me, right. Let's not bother doing any changes here now because we've still got a highlight going on. We'll see how this ends. Well done, Borja. Stingel. Thank you very much for there. He's tired. Oh, dinked. Come on, boys. Just keep hold of the ball. What is wrong with you lot? Don't want to see that again. We all saw what happened. For goodness sake. Alright, looks like we're going to be taking a 3-2 deficit back to Anfield. And we're 90 minutes away from potentially going out of this tournament. We got Wolfsburg as a draw, and I thought, okay, that'll be good. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. We weren't good enough. This squad feels much weaker than last season. May as well brace yourself, everyone, because this series could just be ending after the next 90 minutes. Well, a little bit of therapy from that last match. A 4-0 victory against Brighton, who are bottom of the league, and we currently sit in 3rd. We have dropped a place because Man U have played both of their games, so they've now played one more game than us, so we do still have that game in hand for the moment. But regardless, we're still in the title race, so we'll see how that shapes out for the rest of the season. But now, all eyes. Second leg, Champions League, round of 16 at Anfield. We have to go for it. One big change I've made to the instructions. We've gone for a standard defensive line and a higher press when trying to press their back 4. We have to just go for it. We have to effectively attack. We're still on positive. That will just be to start the game. We'll see how the game progresses. So this is going to be the 11 that we are going to be sending out. Lotko is in goal. A back 4 of Saravia, Borja, Diaz and Amaral is on the right wing this time. Sorry, right back this time, because Shiman Yuntak has taken an injury. He's out for up to another 11 days. So this won't be the last time you'll see these players. we'll still finish the season regardless, but hopefully we'll still be in the Champions League when he comes back. The same for Sestari, even though he's on the bench, he's still injured for another 3 days, but otherwise, without him, I won't actually have a full bench. Stingel, Lavia, Ricky are the midfield three. Anderson Luiz is in attacking midfield this time. He used to do very well in that role, so let's see if he can do it again. And Ross and Tobar, the two men up front. I was hoping to have Luis Carlos starting this match up front, but he can only play for like a maximum 45 minutes as per his fitness test, so I'd rather bring him on for the second half if needs be. It's important to make we make use of home advantage. Agreed. I'm literally banking on home advantage. The fact it's Anfield on a European night, I'm hoping will make the difference for us because we need to overturn this 3-2 deficit. Let's have a look how Wolfsburg are lining up. I'd had a look, but it was like a few minutes ago. I've already forgotten. Goodness me, they're going defensive. Well, it looks defensive. It's not. They're going to obviously try and attack us out wide. That's a bit of a problem. But we have no actual wingers at the club, and we need to just go for it. So, here's hoping the lads are organised and ready to try and actually get us a result. Right, Amaral just won the first header there. Tobar, he hasn't won a header. Get it down, lads. Thank you. Amaral. Let's try and get it forward, boys. Ricky, out to the right wing. They're going to outnumber us there, but we've just worked it so well around them. Amaral swings it in. And it's just been one. Tobar, oh, he's got us an early goal. Thank goodness. 11 minutes gone. 1-0, 3-3 on aggregate. And that's the start we exactly needed. Tobar played very well against Wolfsburg. That's the main reason I'm playing him in this one. Rested him at the weekend. And thankfully he's nice and fit, fresh for this match. And he's rewarded us with a goal. 11 minutes gone. 1-0, 3-3 on aggregate. And I'm hoping another few goals for us. Make it hopefully relatively comfortable, but right now I'll just happily take us going through. I can encourage because we are just drawing on aggregate. When it comes to two-legged affairs in the second leg, if you're winning on aggregate overall, don't encourage your players. That would demotivate them. But if you're drawing or losing, then by all means encourage, even if you are 1-0 up, for goodness sake. What is going on with our midfields? Just, they can't pass. Or more to the point, they just hold on to the ball for far too long. This is not the Liverpool I've come to expect. Tobar picks it up well. Luiz into Lavia. Oh, you should have had the shot, man. No, you should have had the shot first time. I don't know why he took it wide, but he should have just had the shot. And it looks like this highlight is continuing. That's either good or bad news. Well blocked there. I think that was Stingel who just about blocked it. It is a corner to Wolfsburg. It is all to play for. We're only half an hour into this game. Cleared by Anderson Luiz, and it's a free kick to us, and it's a yellow card for one of their guys. Okay, I thought Charlie Voss, I think it looks like he was going to be free there, but he just got held back by one of Wolfsburg's players. Lavia, Ricky. I'll play through to Anderson Luiz. Oh, he got taken out. I think that's a penalty. Is one of their guys? Is the guy who took him out on a yellow card as well? That might be critical here. It's not a penalty. Well, that's a bit contentious. Remember what I said in the last match about... Oh, thank goodness, the goal's disallowed. You know what I said about in the last match, how the other manager was probably fuming about his goalkeeper making a mistake leading to our goal? That's Lotka in a nutshell. We got away with that one, and we are going in 1-0 up at half time, 3-3 on aggregate. It's a bit more even in this match. Let's have a look. I mean, we're winning, but we're not winning. Yeah, this is our chance to exact revenge. We did lose to them in the last match, so I can play that card. Right, that's fine. Luis Carlos will be coming on very, very soon. I just want to give Charlie Ross a bit of time just to see if it will make a difference for him in this second half. He has European pedigree, but not necessarily in the Champions League. Luis Carlos doesn't have the full match fitness. Ross plays into Tobar. Oh, he should have scored. It was on target, but he should have scored. That just smacks of Ronaldo vibes. And what we are going to do, I'm going to make a substitution after this this highlight. Diaz. Should have probably pointed out. Oh, I thought Anderson Luiz was through there. Should have pointed out Diaz is starting this match. I know I said his name before, but the fact we're starting him because Becerra is suspended for this match. And even then, Becerra, I don't play him as much these days. Again, he's another player who, if we were staying beyond this summer, I would probably look to get rid of him as well. Ricky. Oh, that's got to be another yellow. Send him off. Thank you very much, referee. He's already been booked. That's a second yellow card. Mukin is off. Right. How are they set? By the way, let me just have a look. How are they setting up? Right. Okay. One up front. So Ross is going to come off for... I can't even see where he is. Where is he? There he is. Luis Carlos is going to come off. Lavia is also tired as well. So, do you know what? Adam Wharton. This feels like Adam Wharton's time. Luis Carlos is on for Charlie Ross. Adam Wharton is on for Lavia, who did play at the weekend, so he's obviously very tired. No CDK just yet. But that sending off may prove crucial. There is Wharton. Just playing the ball around. He's going to be our box to box. You'll be seeing him forward in attack and defence. Carlos with the ball. Blocked. Oh god. Where is that ball landing? Oh, it's landed with Amaral on the right wing. Ricky. Beautiful stuff. And you have Lam. Oh, Tobar was so close. Oh, he just got blocked off. The ball fell kindly for Tobar, but he just got blocked off. Borja. Strong header into Luis Carlos. Play down the wing, play down the wing, play down the wing. Thank you, Saravia. Plays it into Anderson Luiz, into Ricky, and that is... I feel he's onside. I think he's onside. Come on, ref, give me the good news. We've turned it around. It is 2-0, 4-3 on aggregate. Saying to take off Amaral. We'll deal with the substitutions in a minute. I'm going to make a couple. Anderson Luiz plays it in. There is Samuel Ricky. Adds to his brace from the weekend. It is 4-3 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night. Let's have a look. He was onside, wasn't he? Yeah, this defender just kept him on. The one who was trying to challenge Anderson Luiz. Right, we are now going to be making at least a third substitution. Amaral is going to go off for Alexander Arnold. Yeah, I think he's still good enough physically. Yeah, I mean he's got less than half an hour, potentially. I think I'd rather him than Jovanovic in this situation. So we're just going to roll with that for the moment. Alright, free kick to Wolfsburg here. Oh, just off the bar. Good grief, that's a warning shot. Right. We are just going to take it down to positive here. There's no need to go mad with the attacking. What a wild shot. That just goes over. We have roughly 10 minutes to go. Oh, we've got a highlight here. I was about to make a substitution, but we got a highlight. Carlos. Stingel. Borja. Ricky, have a shot. Into the keeper's hands. Right. We are going to be making some substitutions after this highlight ends. Wharton. Don't think you've seen too much of him in recent episodes. Diaz all the way out to Alexander Arnold. He's got bags of space out there. Good. Stingel. Stretched them. Luiz into Saravia. Have a shot, man. Oh, I think it was just blocked off, to be fair. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, can I just have a second or two to just make some substitutions? Saravia into Carlos. Oh, it's over. And Anderson Luiz is through. Oh, and again, their keeper makes another save. We've got a corner out of it. Potential for the likes of Borja or Saravia to do damage here. TAA to take it. And Saravia possibly seals it for us. Actually, no, he probably seals it for us. Let's be optimistic. 3-0. Powers a header into the back of the net. 5-3 on aggregate. Ooh, that was a powerful header and much needed. Well done. Now, can I make some substitutions, please? I say some. It's going to be one. Katanic is going to come on for Stingel. And I think that is the last change that we can do. So, we're just going to drop to balanced. We are just going to use all the game management. Just save some players' legs. There's no need to go mental here. And drop the lines as well. There we go. It seems like standard is the way to go. Certainly at home. I think we need to be more positive when it comes to the home games. Not just play always with a lower line. Maybe that's something that does help out our players a little bit more. They've obviously got a bit of pace about them. I thought Wolfsburg were going to make it interesting with just a few minutes to go. No, thankfully they didn't. And thankfully we have found ourselves into the quarter-finals of the Champions League. The Champions League dream survives for at least another round. Fantastic stuff. Juventus have also gone through, as have us. I already know that Barcelona have also gone through. Leeds United got dumped by them, actually. So we will be back for the quarter-finals. In fact, this is where they'll be. The draw hasn't happened yet. It's not going to happen for another week, so it'll be a nice little surprise for the next episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all for your support on the series so far, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.